Is it worth a 60, 70? For talent, yes. But it depends. Like, 60, 70 is, like, real talk. Level 60 is really the highest any character needs to be in the current content in the game. It's so expensive to get to 70. It's so expensive to get to 80. It literally, to get from 60 out of 70 Ascension 4 to 90 out of 90 costs more Mora and experience cards and Ascension mats than getting 2 level 1s to 60 out of 70. It's about 2.5 times as much, in fact. Which is why it's just so not worth it until, and that's also the equivalent of like about 60
Redeem
to 80
codes.
artifact runs. So you're giving up 60 to 80 artifact runs. I have to calculate the exact amount, but it's around that range. To get a character from 60 out of 70 to 90 out of 90. It's not worth it unless you already have plus 16 or higher artifact sets for every single member of your 2 teams for Abyss. Until you have level 70, 80, 90 weapons for all your characters. Until your supports that you want to use are all 60 out of 70.
Thank you
it's
for the
not
2
worth
months.
leveling them up. It's just a huge amount of wasted cost opportunity when you could be increasing your team's DPS and value much more by getting artifacts, by getting weapons, all these kinds of things, because the resin cost for that is massive. And it's a video I'm going to work on too, talking about that cost opportunity fallacy, because a lot of people think that leveling characters up is worth it, and it's not. Artifacts are the most important thing, but you level stuff up and ascend characters and ascend talents and weapons and stuff. While before AR45, post AR45, your resin should be almost exclusively artifacts, like what Tuner's doing right now. I love hot pot.
I have no. I actually have no idea.
A hot pot set,
I actually have no idea what a hot pot is. I'm not gonna fucking lie to you.
Traditional Mongolian style of eating food. It's thin slices of meat and vegetables and stuff that you have like either plain water or a soup like bubbling on a little mini stove, and you basically dip the stuff in there and let it cook and eat it fresh.
All right, so Jinx, you wanna?
In Japan, it's called shabu shabu. You know what shabu shabu?
I have no idea.
Because you might have seen it in anime or something, them eating shabu shabu.
I've probably seen it in anime, but I don't think I've ever like.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I'm gonna show you the screen. It's gonna be a 50
yeah,
minute. It's a 50 fucking minute video. So.
Oh shit, really? Okay, cool. Give me 1 second. I'm finishing off this delivery quest that I can't sprint in.
Yep. They're actually really fun. I actually like them.
I like it. It's something different.
I wish it wasn't a teleport kind of thing. I wish it was supposed to be close to where it was.
Run.
And you just had to run the entire way. I don't know.
Hello guys, I'm playing what's it called? Death Stranding.
Lol. 50 minutes? I mean, it's no worse than the developer interviews for Monster Hunter. We're used to this.
I mean,
is this my own scene? No.
There's a lot of information.
Skoy, no.
Oh, Tuner, did you and your chat see the 3 Primogen, the 300 Primogens worth of codes that came with this stuff?
Yeah, apparently there's a bunch of 300, whatever.
It's 3 100 Primogen things.
Although I feel like if you wanted to, you could easily like green screen this shit out, like just crop out this little rectangle, and use it as its own like thing.
Huh? Oh, that file? Yeah, that file's for sure on the website. And I'm sure someone's extracted the WebM already, so I'll use it for a thumbnail at some point. But
no, what I mean is like if you wanted to use this as like like you could cut out this little rectangle, like crop around the heads and the arm, and then like use this as an overlay for a game while you have your like face up in the corner or something like that. That'd be super easy to do.
Yeah, I'm just gonna post the 3 codes in chat in case anyone wants to use them, because a lot of these codes have like use limits, so like you want to get them sooner rather than later.
Yeah, they're already posting the codes.
Are they? Oh, cool. Yeah, those 3. Yeah, appreciate it, Synthetic Genius. It's those 3. Yeah.
I haven't used them yet, but I think it's before 11 p.m. So you still got time today.
Cool. Also, Jenny and I are thinking about once we both like clear the story on Cyberpunk 2077, we want to kind of record a podcasting talking about it from our perspective as, you know, a queer non-binary couple in the queer non-binary scene. Because I feel like it's getting a lot of really unnecessary flack for not being quote unquote inclusive enough, despite objectively being a massive step forward for the mainstream gaming scene in general. Like literally the only mainstream game I can think of that is more inclusive than this is The Sims. Because EA figured out that if we let you just make your Sims however weird and whatever you want, we make more money off of the weird scene that way. But like,
so
did you get
your delivery done?
Huh?
Did you get your delivery done?
Delivery done? Yeah, I did.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah, we can talk now. Yeah, let's do the thing. Yeah.
Because it's gonna be 50 minutes.
And welcome to the official Genshin Impact version 1.2 sneak peek livestream. My name is Karina Betker. Many of you may recognize me as the voice of Paimon. And joining me today is none other than Zach Aguilar.
Greetings, everyone. I'm Zach Aguilar.
I wish I didn't have to listen in English, but it's either that or have to read subtitles.
We certainly share quite a bit of dialogue in the game, so I'm super happy we get to do the live stream together.
It only seems fitting that we do a live stream together, doesn't it? Actually, this is our first time ever doing an official Genshin Impact stream.
Yes, it is, and it's gonna be great. Thanks, everyone, so much for joining us today.
Disappointed on actual
before
VTubers.
we kick things off with version 1.2 previews, I think we could just take a very special moment to thank everyone in the Genshin Impact community for their love and support of the game up through version 1.1. Our voice acting and
this is the
place.
Okay.
Look at the
Shut
official trailer for Genshin
Shut
Impact version 1.2.
Shut up.
Here we go.
Shut up. I don't. Shut up.
Do you know the story of Durin and this mountain? Snow gathers atop this mountain and never melts, which is a most curious phenomenon. In fact, I believe that the very sword in your hand has Durin's remains in it. As such, who could I find to help me if not you?
Into position! Prepare for battle!
Getting a little cold?
Genius. But I don't think I'm any genius.
What a handsome alchemist.
I know. I wish my hair was long still. I could have cosplayed him.
My job is to honor my contract with Rex Lapis.
All hail!
It's so nice to de-stress.
I made a new discovery while sketching nearby. There's an area up ahead that's quite remarkable. The truth of this world. What could it be?
Oh, cool, new big enemy.
Yeah, there's like 3 new big guys. Yeah, it's like an ice lolliturl. They showed off the
everything's ice. Hey guys, hope you'll have pyro units.
yeah, and then that guy, he looks really cool.
Oh, that looks cool.
Was the two of us meeting really a good thing?
Neat.
Yeah, the new golem looks really fun. I'm interested.
Festering desire. Pause that for a sec.
There's no stats on it. It's literally just like flavor text.
Yeah, but you can derive stuff based off of the flavor text.
Okay.
At the behest of the alchemist Albedo, the traveler takes on yet another challenge, one that involves a mysterious unknown sword in the mountain entombed in ice for millennia, almost upwards in spite of the cold. Take part in the event in exchange for rich rewards, so you get this from an event. Interesting. Festering desire. Hopefully it's a crit rate. Almond's treasure seeking seagull seems to be quite interested in the traveler. Perhaps you can become its new treasure hunting partner. Follow the clues in the treasure book to discover some hidden riches. Cool. So, new event.
It's apparently ER. Supposedly.
Okay, ER's good too, though.
They might have talked about it in here. If it's a leak, then take that with a huge fucking giant grain of salt. But there's a lot of shit in here. They actually do talk about the new sets. So just more. Events. More event
More
stuff.
event stuff. So one point is that we're getting events that give us like resources, that give us fates, give us more crowns. That's good to see, because more crowns would be nice.
And this will be releasing on the
Dragonspine
23rd. 1.2 will be on the 23rd, they said.
It said crafting.
Nothing
so is the
says
Dragonspine
new
supposed to be
game
craftable?
content like a good trailer.
Oh, I know, right? So, now that we've had an official first look at the new Dragonspine area, what are your first impressions, Zach? It looks like it's gonna be a pretty cool place. Like, there's literally
pretty
snow
cool place.
everywhere in that trailer, and I love snow.
A pretty cool
It's
place,
definitely
guys.
pretty fitting for a December release, don't you think?
Yes, it's very wintry, and I just love it when games can match the seasons.
Me too. So I initially thought that this new area would be like a basic mountain in the game,
You
but
pause for a
after
second and
seeing the
grab water.
trailer, this thing looks like an.
Okay.
Be right back.
Oh my god. I've got to listen to Paimon's voice actress for a fucking hour. Jinx's video audio a little low. Oh, I can turn them up a smidge. A smidge. Can we watch in 2x speed? No. No. See, like, I don't... Do you guys actually like Paimon's voice at all? It's like Navi, dude. It's literally like Navi.
Okay, I'm back.
Paimon's voice is like Navi, bro. It's... It's supposed to be really annoying, and it does a really good job with it.
Yeah, they did. She does an excellent
Heichlerid.
job
Heichlerid,
doing
thank
the
you for
annoying Navi style, the whole annoying Navi little
Thank you for
side
the host. I hope you're
companion
doing good today.
thing. But you know, well done.
You won the raid. Oh, have a good.
Is
Oh,
still
you just
annoying.
are you just dumping and going? Have a good night, man.
Also, since we're probably gonna be putting this VOD onto like YouTube or whatever, like I just to qualify, guys, I am fucking exhausted. So if I sound tired or uninterested or whatnot, it's because I am exhausted. I've only had like 4 hours sleep. I got a bunch of blood drawn. I had a physical today at the doctor, so I'm.
Paimon is a sassy bitch, and I love her. Okay.
Entirely new beast. It's way more than I expected. And what is that red crystal heart-looking thing is that Aether finds? I don't know. Also, it looks like we'll be getting a lot.
What do you
of
mean
new
you don't know?
frosty
You
looking
know
monsters.
exactly what the fuck it is. You
there
recorded the
was
lines,
obviously
asshole.
an icy Sisson mage in the trailer, and even a monster that sort of looks like a Yeti or something.
Right, and there were some pretty big-looking ruin guards in there as well. It looks like Dragonspine will
Cool
have
new
plenty of new
enemies,
monsters
exciting.
waiting for us, but who knows? Maybe they're
The
just
heart
out
of
there
darkness.
looking for a snowball fight.
Yeah, probably not.
Aww.
Anyway, there was also quite a bit of cinematic moments in that trailer too, so it's safe to say that Dragonspine will definitely be packing lots of story content.
Yeah, and those new characters look pretty amazing too, so why don't we start with them?
Sounds good to me, and for once, I'm gonna let you talk.
Finally.
Too meta.
Well,
Okay. Let's take a look at this boy.
this boy.
This boy. Okay, what?
Oh, neat. He has a platforming ability. I guess that's his construct, the little lift gate thingy, little lift device thingy. And then some sort of big ass
I am Albedo,
geo
chief
explosion.
alchemist of the Knights of Favonius. You carry the aura of the stars. Interesting. I would like to study you, if you do not mind. I'm certain we will have many opportunities to
I
be
hate
alone in the
voices like
future.
this.
I love voices like this.
Okay, our first
The
character-
super dry.
The cold
I am man
well,
of a science. I have no
Yeah,
emotion.
it's like the cold, detached, compartmentalized like scientist VO. I actually like that kind of thing, but you know, there's
It can get
different
really grating really quick if it's not done well. I hope it's done well.
so like I'm sure they'll talk about the ability.
Let's see, hold on,
like,
hold on,
real
hold on.
quick tuner.
Yep. What's up?
Like real quick, like I'm assuming that you're the same as me, where your hopes for Albedo in terms of how he fits into team comps and stuff like that is what we both discussed were our hopes for Zhongli before he came out.
Right.
You know, being like a support that is a Geo team enabler that enables them to either run 3 units or acts as a strong, solid second Geo slots for a Geo team that has like a Ning or a Noelle as the primary carry sort of thing. Like that's kind of what I'm assuming you're hoping for the same thing with Albedo that we were both hoping for like Zhongli.
I would hope, but at this point I doubt it. I don't think they're gonna make another battery.
I mean, because it would be nice, because like real talk, Geo MC, who is free, is still the best Geo support for either being a Petra style support, Ning arguably as well, but she's more burst damage focused than like supporting focused, or as like the second for a Geo team. Like we don't, no one else really compares to Geo MC right now. Her base values are higher than Zhongli's because her E gets free constellations and has a huge base value. Like she beats his DPS just with ease, just by itself. On top of having an ult that gives crit chance.
I'm looking up his Japanese voice actor. I don't know.
The only other option is maybe he'll be a better burst support, sort of like high damage option than like Ning is and Zhongli is, because again, Zhongli is just not very good damage.
If anybody's seen High School DxD, that's the only anime in here I recognize. Apparently he was like a main character in High School DxD.
The hard-on for Noelle is incredible. Noelle's B rank. I mean, yeah, Noelle's not super strong single
and he
target,
was in
strong
free?
AoE.
I don't recognize any of these other ones. Wait. Oh shit! He was fucking he was the main dude, the guy in fucking Sailor Moon. What the fuck?
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was Mamoru.
Huh,
okay, neat.
I don't really know these things. Apparently he's Natsu from Fairy Tail, but I never watched the anime.
He was Tuxedo Mask. There you go. Yeah, he was Tuxedo Mask from fucking Sailor Moon.
Here is the alchemic master of Mondstadt, Albedo. He is a sword wielder and can manipulate.
I haven't seen any energy gem from his E so far.
I really like his jacket, and I want one for myself.
I really like his jacket.
Yeah, same.
I kind of do too.
I don't know if you picked up on it or not.
Design's good.
During the 1.2 trailer at the beginning of the stream,
Kind of hoping for Albedo to be a
he's
bit
really
older though, but it's
sketching
possible
or
he's
Yeah,
old and just
that's
like
sort
has
of
figured
like
out how to
a
be
unique
ageless because
aspect to add
alchemy.
to his
Yeah, who knows?
character. Maybe it's like his hobby or something. And I wonder if we're going to learn more about his connection with Sucrose, who is obviously another alchemist and that we have from Mondstadt. You could see her appearing a couple of times in the opening trailer.
Yeah, I've seen no energy gem in the clip so
now
far.
that we've seen our first new character in action, let's take a moment to get a closer look on his skill set.
Ooh, getting down to the nitty-gritty.
Absolutely. So, like I mentioned, Albedo is a Geo
I'm actually going to
character, and
pause
he has a
the
pretty
Uwu
unique
redeems
skill set.
for now. While
When he
we,
casts his elemental skill,
Yeah.
he summons something that looks like a flower called a solar isotoma. And when opponents within range of the solar isotoma are hit by an attack, the flower will then bloom into a
pause real
transient
quick.
blossom, dealing
Yep.
You might want to move your camera because you're covering up most of the preview footage in the recording. If we're gonna use your Twitch recording as the recording for the VOD, we want to probably move your camera to like the top left or something.
Okay. It doesn't. It's fine. We'll just.
And we can just kill it. Yeah,
let's
that's
kill it.
good too.
I think that I don't think it's gonna necessarily matter. We'll probably like get a bunch of different random
the
angles.
alchemic
But
master of Mondstadt, Albedo. He is a sword wielder and can manipulate the Geo element.
I really like his
Cover
jacket,
Paimon,
and
true.
I want one for myself.
Yeah, same. I don't know if you picked up on it or not, but during the 1.2 trailer at the beginning of the stream, it looked like he's really into sketching or art.
Yeah, that's sort of like a unique aspect to add to his character. Maybe it's like his hobby or something. And I wonder if we're going to learn more about his connection with Sucrose, who is obviously another alchemist and that we have from Mondstadt. You could see her appearing a couple of times in the opening trailer too.
Okay, so now that we've seen our first new character in action, let's take a moment to get a closer look on his skill set.
Ooh, getting down to the nitty-gritty.
Absolutely. So, like I mentioned, Albedo is a Geo character, and he has a pretty unique skill set. When he casts his elemental skill, he summons something that looks like a flower called a solar
okay, so that's just his
isotoma.
E. That's not an
And when
alt.
opponents within range of the solar isotoma are hit by an attack,
Okay, hold on.
the flower will then
The nitty-gritty.
Did he generate energy from his
So, like
E?
I
They were about to
mentioned,
explain
Albedo
it.
is a
They were
Geo
literally about to
character, and he
explain
has a
it.
pretty unique skill set.
Okay.
When he casts his elemental skill, he summons something that looks like a flower called a solar isotoma. And when opponents within range of the solar isotoma are hit by an attack, the flower will then bloom into a transient blossom, dealing AoE Geo damage. Also, as you saw in the trailer, a character can stand in the center of the solar isotoma and it will lift them
So it's
into
an
the
echo
air.
turret.
So you can
So they never
basically
said
use
that
it
it
like a
would-
platform.
That is so
About
cool.
The thing is, like, the only time things
Elevator.
generate
Oh my
energy is
gosh,
when they
I'm definitely
deal
curious what
elemental
those
damage. So that's the
blossoms
only way
will
it
do
could
in
gen
combat,
energy
and it
is
seems
by
that
being
his
an echo
skill will
turret.
also be really useful for a little
Based on the
boost to get
description.
to some of those hard-to-reach places while adventuring.
Yeah, imagine using the platform.
To-
For a little boost to get to some of those hard-to-reach places.
Like, you
while
There was
see an
only
ener- you can see
one
it-
energy
Yeah.
regen
Imagine
there, even though he hit
using
two
the
people.
platform to lift Klee into
Well,
the
yeah,
air during battle.
that's how it is with every
She'd
ability in the
basically
game,
become
except
a little
for
turret that
Fischl's
rains
weird
bombs down
A4
on
stuff.
the
Well,
that
enemy.
supposed to be
I
last
mean,
night.
but that's a good point to point out, is that it's not like
Yeah.
Fischl's A4 then. Unless maybe there's a
Alright,
constellation
so
that makes it
now
like
let's
that.
check out Albedo's elemental burst, shall we? His elemental burst causes geocrystals to burst forth, and if Albedo's solar isotoma is already on the field, then fatal blossoms will be generated which burst violently into bloom.
Yes! More flowers! I like it. You know, flowers on Valentine's
Okay.
Day must be so easy for this guy.
So EQ does more
And
burst,
speaking
basically.
of flowers, let's move on to our next new character coming in version 1.2. It turns out that she also makes use of flowers.
Yay, more flowers!
Interesting. Echo turret. Neat. Okay. That actually could make him into a good support depending on the ICD on the energy
Yeah.
gen on that.
All depends.
Yeah. Potential's there, it just depends on what the ICD looks
Wow,
like.
they really just wanted to show off her butt, didn't they?
Yep. Tony has been pinging me about the butt in this trailer.
Okay, well, hold on, that was neat.
Yeah.
So is she
has
actually
a-
gonna use charge attack?
It looks like she has multiple charge levels on her charge attack.
I wonder if that means
So
they're
it's
gonna want
probably
to use
gonna be
Wandering
cool for a
Troop. No,
Yeah, probably.
Well, no, because you can't use 4-piece Wandering
Look
Troop
how
in the
brightly
cryo
lit the
set.
city is at night.
True.
Amazing. I wonder what it's like for all the
It
people
makes it
down
a
there.
potential set for her, though.
No thanks. I think I'll pass on the night market. Sorry.
All right, our second character coming in version 1.2 is Ganyu, the secretary at Yuehai Pavilion. As you could see in her trailer, she's a bow wielder that can manipulate the cryo element.
Yeah, her cryo style seems to be in line with the wintry theme we have going on in Dragonspine. Also, did you see her outfit? I mean, all of the outfits in Genshin
Oh my
are
God.
amazing. So, of course, hers is amazing too. And are
I'm
those
pausing for a quick
horns
second.
I see on her head?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
So I need to check something real quick with my recording.
Paimon. Yike.
One sec. Audio. I need to make sure it's separating my audio so I can pull
Did
just
you
my
see
audio.
her ass?
Lol.
Stop bullying
Fuck, which button
Paimon.
is it? Video capture resolution. No. Where's the setting for this? Yeah, one quick sec. I just gotta make sure I'm recording specifically only my audio on this.
Oh, yeah. I mean, your audio's coming through good on this end. If you want.
Is it? It's just in case there's issues. I can pull my own audio recording up, just in case. Video capture, no audio, no recordings. Why can't I find this? Screw it. If you say it's fine, it's fine. Let's go for. I won't bother recording my side. Yeah, we can go. Sorry,
Okay.
I'll cut this out of the VOD recording.
Okay.
seems she has red horns, or maybe those are her ears.
Ooh, that's an interesting aesthetic. Okay, now tell me more about her skills. I want to know more about these icy flowers that she has.
Right, sure thing. So first we should point out that Ganyu has a very unique charged attack. As she charges her bow, cryo will accumulate on her arrows, similar to how other archers also use the elements. However, Ganyu has different levels of charge, and the effects of her cryo arrows will
AoE.
change the longer she charges her shots.
Ooh, that's interesting.
As for the flowers, Ganyu's elemental skill also places a flower on the ground like Albedo's, but her flower will attract opponents and then explode after a certain
Possibly a
amount
good
of time.
cryo aura
How
ability.
attractive are these flowers? So those poor
So it's
hilly
a taunt?
trolls will be like, oh my gosh.
So
hey,
it's
look,
literally
there's a
cryo
lovely
amber.
flower
Okay.
over there on the
Yeah.
ground. Apparently that's how hilly turtles sound. And then it just blows up in their face? That's so cold.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, things will only get colder from there. Because after unleashing her elemental burst, Ganyu will gracefully raise her hand in the air and summon ice shards that come raining down on her opponents.
Oh my gosh,
Okay.
that sounds like it's gonna hurt. Okay, so it seems like she will be
Looking
right
at
at
drop
home
rate,
in a
that could
cold place
possibly
like
be a good
Dragonspine, and
aura
I,
skill.
for
Well,
one,
it depends on. Let me scroll back a little bit. Is it?
Hand in the air and summon
Is it
ice
targeting,
shards that
or
come
is it hitting
raining
random?
down on her opponents?
oh my gosh,
It looks like
that
it's
sounds
hitting
like
the
it's gonna
general
hurt.
area of enemies.
Yeah,
But
so
it-
like I said, well,
Raining down
that
on her
and it
opponents.
also depends
Oh
on the
my God.
ICD. If the internal cooldown on the cryo application is not every icicle, then it's not. It's going to be a reaction. It's going to be a trigger non-aura skill. So it depends, but it has potential to be an aura skill.
Gosh, that sounds like it's gonna
Um,
hurt. Okay, so it seems like
I
she
would
will
prefer
be right
for it to
at
be
home
a
in
trigger
cold
skill
place
because
like
real
Dragonspine,
talk,
and I,
we
for
don't
one,
want to
certainly
have a
wouldn't
strong
wanna get on
ice
her
a
bad
cryo
side.
aura support because it's going to make pyro
Yeah,
units
me
unbeatable
neither.
DPS wise.
So both of our new characters look really awesome. But if our viewers would like to know more about either of these two particular characters, they should be sure to play through their story quests, which will be included in version 1.2.
Oh, great! So we'll be getting new story quests for both of these characters as well?
Yep, that
Okay, I don't know if that's important or not, but his logo is like a fucking fetus.
That's his constellation, yeah.
Why is it like a baby?
Because he's an alchemist. He's a bioalchemist.
That's right.
Interesting.
Both Albedo and Ganyu will have playable story quests.
Awesome!
Yeah,
I can't wait
homunculus,
to play
yeah.
through those.
I wonder if that
I'm also
plays into
really
anything.
excited to see how everyone's story progresses in Dragonspine as well. Speaking of which, why don't you give us the lowdown on the Dragonspine area? I know you're just bubbling with excitement over there.
You betcha! We're off to the new Dragonspine area!
Nice one. Oh, but wait. Before we embark on our hike through Dragonspine, why don't we give some prizes out to our lovely viewers?
Oh, right! We have some
Oh, fetus
redeemable codes
alchemist,
to
lol.
thank you, our loyal travelers, for joining the stream. Goodies inbound in 3, 2, 1!
Okay.
I were to cash this one in, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't cashed him in yet, but
Is it sad that I care more about the orals on that cash in than the actual primos?
I mean, same. I was gonna say, can we skip
You
ahead?
skip ahead, apparently. It's gonna be on here for a second. Yeah,
Part
there
of
we
the
go.
map.
Oh.
Dragonspine will be a completely new playable area for travelers to explore in version 1.2. It will expand the game's current world and open a new part of the map. Let's take a first
Neat.
look at some
Exciting.
of the scenery that
More
awaits
stuff.
players in
Yeah.
Dragonspine.
More
Content.
So
more things to
cool.
explore is really
I
nice.
think I see a new challenge.
I was
see
worried
More
that
things to
Dragon-
kill, more things to explore.
I was worried that Dragonspine was gonna be the really
items.
small mountain or
Oh,
something.
I know. It's just I'm
Yeah.
always so blown away by the scenery in Genshin Impact. So I really can't wait to explore Dragonspine. It's gonna be beautiful.
Yeah, and
The
all that snow
environment
makes me
design
wanna,
is
like,
really good in
warm
this
and
game.
cozy up with some hot chocolate by a fire.
Ooh, yeah. Getting that little blanket.
Yes!
Make a Paimon burrito.
A Paimon burrito! Oh no, wait, does that mean you're gonna eat me for real?
Don't tempt me.
Paimon is not emergency food!
So I wonder what that red shiny red thing is. What is that?
Oh, you mean there's some kind of shiny red thingy on the big rock over there? Let's go take a closer look!
How did that sound?
You know what? Not bad.
Tuner's
Not
face.
bad.
Tuner, your poor
You'll
face.
need to keep working on your
The cringe
Paimon,
is so
though.
real.
Yeah. Oh, wait, there's also some red ore scattered around that area, too. I don't think we've ever seen that before.
Yeah, and did you see the veins coming out of that red core in the middle? I wonder what
Oh
those
boy,
are.
new crafting materials to
So,
farm.
I'm starting to get a little curious about why this area is called Dragonspine. I mean, there are massive dragon-like bones jutting out of the rock there, but maybe there's also some sort of deeper meaning?
Well, it is pretty obvious that there are actual dragons in the world of Teyvat, given that we've already encountered Dvalin and Mondstadt.
Yeah, so I wonder what dragon these bones are from. Maybe Dragonspine is like some sort of graveyard for dragons or something?
Well, I guess
Dalmador.
everyone will just have
Dalmador.
to play and discover more about Dragonspine.
I'm sorry, I'm
themselves.
trying really hard to
Okay,
just
let's
not.
Look at some more screenshots
I know
of the area.
I have your stream
Wow,
open and I
Look
see
at
your
all the
face, bro.
icicles in Starglow
It's I.
Cavern.
Yeah, everything
Ooh,
is so
a new city.
blue and icy. And look, you
They
can
haven't
already
showed
see
off a
one of
city
those
yet,
flame
so I guess I
sandwiches
didn't
in
even
there in
realize
the
there was gonna be a
middle
new city.
and a couple of the pedestals for Seelies to call
Well,
home.
Nice.
since they have the whole
So it
region
looks like
reputation
there'll
stuff,
definitely
I
be some
presume each of the
familiar
regions
mechanics
has
in
to
the
have
new
like
area,
a hub
but it
city
also
for you to
looks
do
like
that kind
we're
of
gonna
stuff.
I
have
mean,
from.
tons of
yeah, but like
additional
also they
places
didn't
to
show off the
explore.
city in the
Don't
trailer,
worry,
so
I'll
like
see you
True,
later.
true,
this is
true.
like this is the first time we're
Go
hearing
back
about
to
it.
your little homes
True,
and
true.
then take your treasure chest.
Although it
Well,
seems like it's a
besides these
palace,
ice
not a
caverns and
city, so maybe
terrifying
it's not like an
dragon
actual
bones,
town, it's
there
like a
will be
dungeon.
a whole host of
Yeah,
very
it looks
lively
like a
creatures
dungeon.
awaiting travelers in Dragonspine. So, shall we try and guess which one Zach
It would be
will get
cool if
killed
they
by?
had like
Yeah,
a
probably all of them.
To be
multi-area,
fair, the monsters
multi-instance,
here
like
do seem
multi-level
pretty ferocious.
dungeon. Because so far we only have
Let's
like
take a
single level
closer look.
domains, right?
Hey, your
You go in there,
Paimon
do
is
the
getting
dungeon,
better
that's it.
already. All right, let's check out some of these monsters.
Why is it the second that we
So, it
stop
looks like
talking?
we got a ton of new monsters, which is super cool. I think
The
I
Yeti
see,
guy
like,
looks
a
really neat.
Yeti in there, a frost Yeti.
Well,
Okay,
I'm
look, it's
wondering
Ganyu
about
at
all,
night.
like, the
No,
different
it's Ganyu at night.
abilities that these monsters
Yeah.
have.
Lol.
Like,
The
ooh, what are they
electricity
gonna do to
mages, you
me?
know.
And how am I going to fight them
Sucrose
back?
at night. That one's Ganyu at night.
How many times will I die to these monsters? Probably a lot.
Probably.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, and I really love what they've done
I
with
can't
the
wait to
wintry
parry these
aesthetics
motherfuckers
here.
in the
Yeah, we
face
can
with
definitely tell that
Albedo.
cryo is going to be a
Lol.
big theme for a lot of these monsters. I mean, like, they're literally covered in ice crystals.
I love this frost arm law churl. It almost looks like some sort of, oh, this is the Yeti.
And it's totally gonna stomp on your face.
Yeah, but
Ooh,
seriously, these monsters
look,
really fit
little,
the theme of the environment here.
Ice
Little
This
weasel.
What do they
Raider
call them?
looks
Skinks?
like an
Skinks?
interesting one as well.
No.
Yeah, we've
looks like a
definitely never
ferret.
seen one like that before.
So,
I think a skink
besides
is a
all the
lizard.
lovely winter aesthetics
No, wait, it looks
and
like a, what's it
ferocious
called?
monsters, are we getting any new mechanics for the Dragonspine area?
Yes, we are. Let's talk about the sub-zero climate.
All right.
So Dragonspine doesn't just look cold.
that thing
Your
called?
characters will actually feel the cold. As you
Stoked.
venture deeper
Stoked.
into the reaches of Dragonspine
Stoked.
without any heat source, your character's
Meerkat.
body
Looks like a meerkat.
temperature will continue
Oh wait, shit. Okay, new mechanic. Okay, sheer cold status will accumulate rapidly in Sub-Zero. Characters will quickly lose HP once the sheer cold meter reaches its limit. Some gadgets are useful in this climate. Oh great, so we're getting a survival mode. Fuck.
I hope you got Jinyan, motherfuckers. I could only assume infusing yourself with pyro like
Certain actions,
removes the
environments will
status
increase the rate at
temporarily.
which.
So.
Oh, so certain actions, environments. Okay, so if you step in water, I bet it fucking.
drop, and the effects of sheer
Freezes you?
cold will
Yeah,
accumulate.
or drops it
But
quickly.
be careful.
I
If you
feel
let
like
sheer
Jinyan's
cold
gonna counter
accumulate
this
too
with her
much,
pyro infusion
some
on the
frosty
shield.
effects will appear on your screen, and your character will start to take damage.
Yikes!
Pyro
That's
doesn't
not
work.
all.
Ooh.
Performing certain actions in the harsh Dragonspine environment can even accelerate the effects of the cold, like swimming, for example.
In other words, avoid jumping into bodies of freezing water. Noted.
But the good news is, there are also many ways to stay warm in Dragonspine.
How about staying in a tavern next to the roaring fire?
I mean, I like that idea, but not exactly. But you are onto something with the fire idea, though. In Dragonspine, travelers can stay close to bonfires
Okay.
or special sources of heat in the area to reduce the effects of sheer cold. There are even special Seelie in Dragonspine that look all warm and toasty,
Ooh,
which will
new
protect
Seelies.
you from the cold whenever you're nearby them.
Ye-
Wow, that's crazy. So, this adds a whole new thing to consider when adventuring. I mean, you
Cool.
really have to look for
I like
sources
survival
of
mechanics.
heat and plan your movement
Lol.
carefully.
Yeah, and if you get caught up in a difficult battle with some monsters that takes
It makes
too
exploration
long,
more
the
engaging
cold
to me
will
when there's
probably
survival mechanics tied
be
to
a
it.
problem.
Right?
Well, that
And
also.
I think Dragonspine's environment will have a pretty big influence on the.
Then I wonder what we're gonna get for like Because obviously there's going to be a different cryo domain for Cesnia or whatever.
Sneznaya.
Sneznaya, whatever. What do you think about, like, different things for... What would there be in, like, Inazuma where there's, like, the lightning domain?
Approach of our combat strategies.
Oh, all
No, what
this
do you mean?
sheer cold stuff is already making
Well, okay,
me
so,
feel
like, if
cold.
there's going to be Inazuma...
Oh, like a new set sort of thing.
No. I mean, like, are there going to be these kind of mechanics going to pop up again in the future? Are we going to have like a lava area where like running around is going to make you take
desert
burn
area,
damage?
but yeah,
or desert
I
area
think-
or something like that?
Yeah, probably.
Huh.
I hope so. That would be a neat way to make each region kind of feel
All
interesting
over.
and unique.
Do you know what
I would
we
like
need,
that
Zach?
personally.
Sticky honey roast?
Sticky honey roast.
I knew it.
All right, this isn't
Despite its
Sneznaya either, but
crazy
yeah.
harsh environment,
No, I
Dragonspine
mean,
is
are we
still
going to
an
have
area
one
beckoning
a
for
similar thing in
exploration.
Sneznaya?
Well, I guess
Probably.
exploration is at the heart of every adventure, right?
That's right! There will be a variety of different things in the environment for travelers to discover and interact with. Let's take a deeper look at some key points of interest in Dragonspine, shall we?
Oh, I'm ready.
After entering Dragonspine, travelers will soon discover some mysterious crystal-like shards in different parts of the area. There are a total of 3 small shards waiting to be discovered, which seem to be completely sealed in ice.
Well, nothing a couple hits from a trusty claymore can't solve, right?
Wrong! Your claymore has no power here!
Oh.
Oh my god.
The ice
Unless it's
around
a
these
Duluth
shards
claymore.
cannot be simply broken by a weapon's might. Travelers will have to find another way to break through all the icy shells.
Ah, puzzles. Okay, I like where this is going.
Travelers should be sure to keep their eyes
Buy
open
your way
as
in.
they traverse the pathways of Dragonspine. There's even some special red ore scattered around that's never been seen outside the area. But remember, not all pathways are open in Dragonspine. The path to the summit is completely impassable, blocked with a mysterious force that prevents you from going forward.
Just like Los Angeles traffic.
Oh yeah, just like that. It's
God.
absolutely exactly like that.
So, it sounds like finding the key to breaking these crystal shards might also be the key to unlocking the path to the summit? Interesting. I wonder what's at the top. There's gotta be something contained inside these shards, right?
In fact, there is! As travelers break the shards, they'll discover the Frostbearing Tree. This tree is
Ooh,
no ordinary
Frostbearer.
tree. It desires a substance called Crimson Agate. Travelers can collect more Crimson Agate to submit to the tree by gathering it in the wild or completing quests.
Oh, so let's
I wonder why
unlock
this tree
crafting
needs
recipes.
crimson agate.
Neat.
Is that what keeps it alive or something?
I
Warming
mean,
bottle
we'll see.
probably just to
Save
like...
your
Travelers
catalyst,
can
I guess.
upgrade the tree and receive rewards by submitting more Crimson
Oh, your prototypes,
Agate.
sorry. So your
And
prototypes.
these rewards will also include a new gadget that you might find particularly handy in Dragonspine called a warming bottle.
Ah, nice. Kind of sounds like a coffee thermos or something.
It produces
Is
frost
it like
bears.
something we can take to keep us
Imagine
warm
if
on
it was
Dragonspine?
basically eye of
Precisely.
perception, but instead of a
And
tiny
once the
projectile, it
tree
just
reaches
summoned the
level
spirit
10,
ice bear to swipe at the
travelers
enemy
can
for 1
then
second.
receive
No,
the
not even a
blueprints
spirit
for a
ice
new
bear, just an
4-star
actual
catalyst
fucking
weapon,
grizzly bear.
Frostbearer.
Yeah, just throws a grizzly
I
bear.
love the
Eats
name.
a bear
It
at
feels like
somebody.
it fits in with everything that we've been talking about so far.
Also, while exploring and fighting monsters in the Dragonspine area, travelers might stumble across something that looks like a dragon tooth. But you should take note that this is no ordinary dragon tooth.
I don't even know what an ordinary dragon tooth would look like.
If you follow the quests and collect these dragon teeth
Ooh,
along with
yes.
some other items, you'll then use them in the camp to forge another 4-star weapon called the
Interesting.
Dragonspine Spear.
I wonder if you actually
Oh,
need
so
the
that's
prototypes
2
for
new
this,
4-star
or if
weapons we
it's
can
just
get
gonna be
now.
like,
Right.
hey, gather the
and
things.
travelers will also
True.
receive the weapon's blueprint as
Either
well.
way, safest
So
thing to do
wait,
is save the
you're
prototypes in
basically
case,
saying
but...
that we'll be like the tooth fairies of Dragonspine? But instead of exchanging teeth for coins, we get 4-star weapons.
Basically, yeah.
Okay, this will be pretty fun. And more weapons is
Canonically,
always a plus.
Skyward
For
Blades
sure.
are one of
Now
Devon's
let's take a
teeth.
closer
Oh, shit.
look at what Albedo has
Neat.
been up to in the area. After Albedo's extended exploration of the Dragonspine area, he has discovered some ancient ruins buried in the snow and
Buried?
ice. He's also found some script in the ruins,
Buried?
seemingly pointing him to the lost remains of a destroyed
Buried?
kingdom in Dragonspine.
Hey, boo.
So, the history of
What a human.
Dragonspine begins to unravel. There's a lot going on here despite the brutal environment.
Traces of this kingdom are scattered all
Burrito?
across Dragonspine, and there are even hidden
Kaeya sword?
quests.
Kaeya
If
sword.
travelers
Kaeya
are
sword.
able to uncover the secrets of these ruins, they'll
That's
receive
not
a
a Kaeya
new
sword, that's a
4-star
lo-
Claymore
that's
weapon,
Claymore.
Snow Tomb
Is it a
Star
claymore?
Silver.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it
So
was
that's
a
like
longsword.
3 new
You sure look
4-star
kinda like a
weapons
longsword.
already up for grabs.
Literally just a
Dragonspine
This is a
is
claymore?
loaded.
Oh, sorry.
You
Jenny
know
came in.
it.
I
All
missed
right,
that part.
Zach. Now that we've finished our first hike across Dragonspine, why don't we talk about some of the events
So
coming
Chongyun
for version 1.2?
Sounds good. Right. What would a new version update be without new events? In version 1.2, travelers will be able to embark on an exciting new event.
It's
The
an
Chalk
evil
Prince.
sword.
And the dragon.
Ooh,
The
I wonder
dragon.
who's the prince and who's the dragon.
This event will lead travelers in an all-new
I wanna be the
storyline
dragon.
across the Dragonspine area. And travelers will get to spend some quality time with our new character, Albedo, who plays a front and center role in the story here.
Oh, nice!
Neat.
So, how do we fit into the story here? And by we, I mean the traveler and, Paimon.
Well, basically, Albedo takes the traveler and Paimon on a dangerous new quest, entrusting the traveler with a cursed sword.
Wait, a cursed sword?
That's right. The traveler is tasked with using this sword in Dragonspine to grow its power.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like your average sword to me.
What's different about the event storyline this time around is that Albedo's very own character story will serve as a precursor leading up to the event story.
Wait, so that means Albedo's story quest will lead right into the event story? Ooh, I always love it when games can tie content together like that.
Yeah, me too. So let's take a quick look at part of Albedo's very own storyline to help set up the scene and get a quick glimpse of his alchemic mastery.
Okay, sounds good.
Whoa, you want to start with that?
You're right. Giving a demonstration would be better than trying to explain. For example, awakening life. Breathing new life into fallen leaves.
Neat. He's a bioalchemist.
Whoa! Albedo does really have strong alchemic powers.
He certainly does.
And yet the
Albedo's
motherfucker isn't
character
the
will
healer.
definitely become more apparent through the storyline and the event.
No, dude,
Yeah,
get a
it was
C6,
nice
then
that
he'll be
we
a
got
healer.
to know Fischl and Mona a lot better in the 1.1 Meteorites event, and it's awesome that they're connecting Albedo's storyline with the Dragonspine story this time around.
Definitely.
Did
I'm not
I
sure if
do
everyone noticed or
that?
not, but we have a nice
Now, there's no way they're
quality-of-life
doing another
feature that I
Zhongli and
think
making me
a
heal a
lot of people
C6.
are
It'll be a
going to enjoy,
C4
which
healer.
was featured in that cutscene.
Oh?
In version 1.2, we have a new autoplay function for dialogue, which means the game will automatically play the voiceovers
Oh, good.
and then
Oh,
proceed to
please,
the next
yes.
line for dialogue scenes.
Oh, yeah! That makes it so much easier to just sit back and enjoy the story rather than having to press a button to proceed every 3 seconds. It really helps make the dialogue sections play like it's almost a movie.
Yeah, I'm really
Just don't have
looking forward to
Kingdom
playing
Hearts
this
3
one as
pacing.
well.
Lol.
Alrighty, so now let's take a look at some screenshots we have from the Chalk Prince
And the dragon.
story.
But this event has commemorative
Oh.
significance. The church hopes that
Hello.
all sisters will be present.
Hopes?
Whom?
That's odd, because I don't recall a fulfill the
Whom?
hopes of others clause in my job
Whom?
description.
Is this Rosario?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
so first we have Barbara as well as an unfamiliar character here.
Yeah, she looks really cool. Like, she looks like one tough girl, and she's got the personality to back it up, too.
Chat's blowing the fuck up.
I hope she doesn't hurt Barbara's feelings.
Yeah, her name is Rosaria, and she is
Oh.
indeed one of the nuns. So I'm sure Barbara's
She
used
looks
to it.
like a nun.
Well, she definitely doesn't look
I have
like
a
typical
weakness
nun
for
to
red
me,
hair.
that's for sure.
I don't know if I'd call that a
I
nun.
guess we'll have
She
to
looks
play
like
the
she's
story to
filled
find
with
out.
sin.
She'll be making an appearance in the event. Okay, let's go to our next
she a
She
nun?
has a
no,
lot of leather belts.
Is she a nun of Slanesh?
Could I ask you a favor? In truth, I feel like Albedo is concealing something from myself and Timaeus. That's true, but I feel like he's always hiding something. It is my personal guess that it is some great secret of alchemy.
Oh, Sucrose
Slanesh
seems to be super worried here. Wait, isn't Sucrose supposed to be Albedo's assistant? You'd think she would know what he's up to.
Maybe Albedo's working on some dangerous research that he can't let Sucrose or Timaeus get involved with?
Huh. Well, Albedo's becoming more and more of a mystery. Besides, who would ever want to hide anything from sweet little Sucrose?
Maybe Sucrose is just overly curious about Albedo's work. She's curious like a cat.
Oh, maybe that explains her ears.
Now we're on to
She's
something.
clearly a dog.
All
She
right,
literally
let's take
pulls
look
a
at our
bone
next
up.
screenshot.
Indeed. The dragon's eyes, claws, and scales ground into dust before being used to coat the blade. In this way, Durin's corruption and venom entered into the sword and became the source of
I
its
hope it's
power.
not a Sucrose banner again.
Oh, so that must be the cursed sword you mentioned earlier.
That's right.
And Albedo
free
said that
Sucrose,
Durin's
maybe, but I hope there's not a
corruption and
Sucrose
venom
banner.
entered into the sword? Huh. Sounds pretty dangerous. I like how Albedo just decides it's okay to trust us with a weapon like that.
Yeah, well, if Albedo gives it to the Traveler, then it must be a pretty special item. There might even be a price to using such a weapon, and maybe if we pay the price, it could become very powerful?
Huh.
They're not giving us a free 5-star.
Maybe it
so.
consumes HP of whoever's wielding it.
It's gonna
or, maybe it
consume
consumes
160
some sort of
pre-regen each time you
special
use the
items.
cursed sword.
Right.
Heck.
Right. Well, I guess
Every time you
we'll
swing,
have
it
to
just
play
uses
the event
one
and see.
Primo.
Okay,
Yep.
it's time for our last event screenshot.
But if you want to know why I trust you, it might be because the unusual ones like us share a certain degree of understanding. Lonely individuals. Those who aren't like ordinary people. Just like, you and me.
Ooh, did you hear that? Oh, Albedo said the unusual ones like us. Does that mean he's like the Traveler?
Well, he also said they're lonely individuals who aren't like ordinary people. So perhaps he's simply referring to that they are just both unique in some way?
No, it can't be that simple. Besides, those two look practically alike. I think Albedo has another side to him. Maybe some mysterious
ship it?
identity
Oh
that
my
he
God.
keeps hidden from everyone else.
Or he might simply be a lonely master of alchemy. Such genius is already unusual enough.
I feel like Paimon's
Oh,
lampshading.
now I want to know everything about Albedo.
I mean, they already
I guess
know.
we'll
They've
have to play
recorded
through
the
this
line
Exactly.
ourselves to learn more. So, Karina, besides the new storyline, why don't you tell us a little bit about what else travelers can expect from the Chalk Prince and the Dragon event?
Sure thing.
And now, before we proceed to the next section, let's give out another code.
In before Albedo's like fish and pretends he's an isekai.
Into a new storyline for the
He's actually just a
Dragonspine
fucking
area,
nerd.
The Chalk Prince and
Okay,
the Dragon
so-
event will also feature a variety of different quests for travelers to complete with tons of different rewards. The Chalk Prince and the Dragon event will be divided up
Give
into
me
4
more
separate
so
acts.
I don't have to do
I
ley
can see already
line.
that the Cursed Sword is
Yeah.
going to play an important role in this event.
Act 1 of the event will be unlocked as soon as you've completed Albedo's story quest, called the Princeps Cretaceous
Pause real quick.
Chapter. Then each of the following...
There is no fucking way that the new banner characters don't use those 2 talent books. There has to be a reason it's specifically only specifying those.
I don't think it's specific. I mean, I don't think it's specifically specifying them. I think it's just
But I feel like this
showing-
has to be a hint, because like chances
Okay,
are since
Jinx, do you want to even tell people that they get the information? Like this is spreading event.
that's true. This is okay. This
Don't
is
even-
speculation. This is speculation.
I wouldn't even
but I'm-
speculate. I wouldn't even speculate because then you're
Okay.
gonna tell people, and then they're gonna think that that's what it is, and then they're gonna invest in it, and then they're gonna no. I think it's just images of a book and an image of a like the map.
Yeah.
I'm not
Well,
even-
like
I'm not
as
even
Claire
a-
by Moonlight mentioned in the previous one, they did actually use show specifically Fischl's book for the event stuff. So anyway, you're right. It's speculation, but I'm going to guess that's why they're specifically showing these ones off.
Acts will be gradually unlocked afterwards, each containing a variety of different quests and challenges to be completed.
Seems straightforward enough.
Now, here's where the sword comes in. Once all the single axe challenges have been completed, in addition to the axe completion rewards, travelers will also unlock a new ability for Festering Desire, the Cursed Sword.
Ooh, so the abilities of the sword are literally growing, just like we saw earlier in the storyline.
Exactly, but that's not all. After each event act is completed, travelers will also receive a corresponding type of essence. You know, in addition to all the other stuff we mentioned before.
So, what can we use that for? Oh, please say Prima Gems!
Not exactly. Essence can be used in the event shop, and travelers can exchange it for whatever rewards pique their interests. But there's a key thing to remember here.
What's that?
All of the materials required for refining Festering Desire will also be available in the event shop. In other words, after completing all the event challenges, travelers will also complete Festering Desire.
Nice.
So, if we count the 3 weapons we mentioned earlier, here we have all the weapons that will be available as rewards.
Man, 4-star longswords are starting to sound stacked. They got
Man,
Black
I was
Sword and
already
Festering
excited
Desire
about the
now.
weapons we saw earlier.
So, as
Well,
we've also
obviously it all
briefly
depends on what
mentioned
Depends on how
earlier,
good it
some of
is,
these
obviously,
weapons
but
can be obtained directly, whereas others can be obtained indirectly via blueprints.
That's a lot of new weapons. What else do you have for us, Karina? I feel like you're on a roll right now with all these rewards.
Sure am. In version 1.2, the game will
Here we go.
also be...
This is actually important. It looks like this is going to be the final.
God.
That's, yeah.
So if they're stating these are likely to be final values, meaning, yeah, the cryo set is, fucking nutty.
Yeah. Yeah. So, this does mean that carry Kaeya with a Chongyun
Kaeya's gonna
support.
be a thing.
Yeah, carry Kaeya with a Chongyun, enabling him to be with a Jingcho. And then
So like
Jing.
I guess the important thing to do is, because we've explained this before in the past in streams, but since this is going to be recording on YouTube, we should explain why we're saying that Kaeya wants to be the carry in a team with this set, not Chongyun.
So the reason why that is because if you're in a shatter comp and Chongyun shatters with his claymore, the cryo is removed, the freeze is removed. That means that his next hit, which is going to then apply another cryo hit, is not going to get the bonus from the crit rate on the frozen, which means
or the crit rate on the cryo,
or the crit rate on the cryo
either.
So that means he's basically going to have 40% crit and then not the 40% crit, and then the 40% crit and then not the 40% crit.
Yeah.
And
now, if you run him with a Kaeya support, the Kaeya's ult may apply some cryo in between his attacks occasionally. So maybe we'll jump, instead of like a 50% uptime on this 4 set, we might jump to 70, 80. We'd have to, like, obviously just test and frame count it, or like test it to see what the application rate's like. But the point is that he won't get 100%. He won't get 100% usage of this set.
And the reason why we think that Kaeya is going to be the better carry is not only is he not going to shatter, he has the highest base motion values as a longsword user in the game currently. We don't know what Albedo looks like, but currently it's the highest.
The important thing to state with that, though, because people will get confused, is even though he has the highest base, he's very average, in fact kind of low on actual
I was just about
damage
to say,
per second.
because he attacks so slow, he doesn't have high DPS.
Yeah. Kaeya has the lowest attack speed out of the entire longsword class, despite having the highest single hits.
Another important thing is that he gets an extra 15% crit via his C1, which everybody should have access to now because he's on the glitter shop, assuming you have the glitter form. And that's basically, this means that, like, if you use a black sword, you're running cryo resonance, you're running the cryo artifact set, and you have a Kaeya with C1, you basically have 100% crit flat out right off the base, which means you can put as much crit, you can put literally everything in crit damage. At that point, your crit ratio doesn't matter anymore. You can have 1 to 5, 1 to 10, 1 to 1,000, because you have 100% crit. It doesn't matter. You just build all crit damage, and it looks really good.
And like a thing to mention about that too is that what we said about Chongyun not having good uptime on this set also applies to cryo resonance, because it works the same way, right?
Right.
A target has to be cryoed, and when you shatter someone, they uncryo. So his uptime issues of like 50 to let's just ballpark it 70% with a Kaeya ult on him as well. we're looking at like it's not only for this 4-piece set bonus, it's also for cryo resonance. Kaeya, on the other hand, is going to be able to permafreeze units with a Jingcho or a Barbara on his team, and a Chongyun popping E to convert them to cryo for his basic attacks.
Yep.
While permafreezing and getting 100% uptime on this 4-set bonus and cryo resonance.
Right.
So like, when this set comes out, seeing that these are looking to be the final numbers, Kaeya is going to want to run this. To be the main person auto-attacking and on-field, not Chongyun, because he'll make better use of this and cryo resonance.
Right. So, try to get Chongyun. If you have the availability to roll on this banner now and you haven't gotten a Chongyun, I highly suggest trying to get at least a C0 Chongyun. If you can somehow get a C2, that's where I would stop.
Yeah, C2 is really nice on Chongyun.
Yeah, C2 will allow Kaeya's E to come up a little bit faster. Which is, I mean, it's a nice dumpster.
It's decent motion value. Like, it's not the highest, but it's fast. It's good energy gen for your cryo units. It lets him and Chongyun spam their ults more often. Chongyun's ult is really nice burst
what
damage.
I actually really like about Kaeya's E specifically is that, generally speaking, if you have like a high, like say you have a C6 Kaeya and you have a C6 Jingcho. Jingcho's E is going to last longer than Kaeya's, or ult is going to last longer than Kaeya's ult, so you can use an E to fill in the damage, so you basically have 100% uptime on freeze if you need it.
Yep.
That's what I usually do with like Noelle, if I have to.
Not to mention that gap where you're not gonna have like Chongyun's E up to apply cryo or Kaeya's ult to apply cryo, is when you can not only pop E for that, but also because of his A4, you'll be getting additional energy for refreezing targets from that.
Yep.
Which is really nice. Because that just enables you to spam ults.
I don't think it's really going to matter. I don't think his A4 is going to matter much for Kaeya being a permanent freeze because he's not he's not reapplying his freeze. It's just one freeze. Yeah.
Like that opening is kind of going to be the main time his A4 will apply, though, I guess is the point.
Yeah.
Because if a Chongyun's converting you to cryo for basics, which you should be focusing more on, because, Kaeya's going to want to run the cryo cup, so that allows all of his damage to get that cryo cup bonus instead of just his abilities. Kaeya, Chongyun, Jingcho, and then probably like a Venera support.
C1 Kaeya plus Chong is 75% crit rate. Before artifacts, because everybody has a 5% base crit rate.
Yeah, so the only issue with that comp is that if you want to run Venera to shred cryo resistance, because you're going to be outputting a lot of cryo damage with this, you have to run Jean if you want a healer. However, because it's a permafreeze team, you could realistically run just Jingcho as the healer for your team because things won't be moving.
Yeah, there won't be any CC.
So you could run you could run a Sucrose or a Nemo NC or something. Yeah.
I probably would. I mean, I personally have Jean, and I'm hoping I can get a C2 Jean, because if I can, that's gonna help Kaeya's
so much more attack speed. Yeah,
that's gonna help Kaeya's speed issue.
And guys, this is why in that video where I had like my carry plus healer.
Yeah.
My carry plus healer stuff. The reason why I put Kaeya as potentially an S tier carry is because we knew there was going to be a cryo set coming out. We didn't know what it's going to look like, but regardless, when a cryo set comes out, Kaeya's going to become the premier cryo carry for now.
Yeah.
Until like maybe Ganyu changes that, who knows? But like for now, when a new cryo set came out, we knew that Kaeya was going to be the choice over Chongyun for a cryo carry, assuming you have both.
Chong buffs attack speed with his E. Is that like a constellation?
Yep.
Which one?
No, it's A2. I think A2 or A4. It's an 8%. It's an 8% melee attack speed increase.
Nice. So. That's still good.
Yeah, it still helps. Yeah, it's A2. Yeah, it's an A2 passive. It's only 8%, so it's marginal, but it's still helpful. Because you also have to realize that an 8% increase is less than an 8% total increase because at least from the testing I've done on the different attack speed buffing abilities, it doesn't change hit lag, which is still a large part of your animation time. Yeah. So it's probably going to be closer to like a 6 to 5% total combo speed increase, but it still helps.
Yeah. And then of course we've spent all this time talking about the ice, the hydro. So yeah, I mean obviously this is going to go on.
So it is a 45%. Okay.
It's 45%.
So the thing I have to say about this right off the bat.
Yep.
This is not going to make Child better than Diluc. I discussed this with you, I think, last night or something, right, Tuner?
Yeah.
About that, like how good the Witches set is.
Oh yeah.
Because people don't realize when I was comparing Child to Diluc and other carries, that was without artifacts, right? And like the comparison then was Diluc's still better without artifacts, but Witches is literally the best non-supports. And also one of the best support, but like the best like carry set in the game for Diluc and Bennett specifically, because they are able to not only get 45% more pyro damage, which is equal to the damage that you will get on Child's basic attacks with this 15 plus 30%, so 45% additive total percent, right? It's the exact same amount of damage increase, but it applies to every piece of damage Diluc does, and he gets reaction bonuses from the 4-set Witches.
Yeah.
Like, this set will not make Child better than the Diluc, just to be clear. This set will not. This, at best, puts him closer to Diluc, and Diluc without artifacts is already ahead because of the stronger teams you can build with, like, Jing Cho for Vaporize setups and whatnot, and, like, and the fact that he doesn't have to have downtime, compared to, as a carry comp setup.
Yeah.
And on top of that, he's already better without artifacts, and then even with this new set coming out, Diluc's still better because Witches is a better set than this. Witches is a busted set, frankly speaking, because it's a 45% damage bonus just like this, but it applies to everything Diluc does. This only applies the 45% to Child's melee hits, not his Riptide procs, not his ult, and then also Diluc also gets reaction bonuses from 4-set Witches. So just to be clear, this is gonna make Child a lot stronger, definitely. But this is not going to make him better than Diluc. This is not going to make him better than Klee.
Yeah. Unfortunately. And there's not really much else to talk about because...
Wait, is Witches 37.5? One sec. 50%... time 15%. Yeah, sorry, it's 37.5%, not 45%. But regardless, it's applying to every bit of damage he does. His ult, his E's, his basic attacks. This does not apply to Child's Riptides, which are a decent chunk of his DPS. It does not apply to his ult, which is kind of what Child's really good for, is his ult, right? For Vaporize ults. Like, it doesn't apply to that. Diluc gets to apply the Witches bonus and the reaction bonuses to all his damage. So, like, regardless, Witches is a better set than this. So, unfortunately, Diluc's still going to just be the mainstay. Plus, he's a Claymore user, so for whales, they get, you know, R3, R4, R5 gravestones on top of that, so...
Who has a fucking R3 gravestone, Tony?
Yeah, I mean, like, Charlie, one of the theory crafters I speak with, who is
Tony.
a whale. Like, Charlie has, you know, Constellation 6, R5 every 5-star, all this stuff, and he does, like, speedruns, and he does speedrun comp tests and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
And, like... The thing is, in every speedrun team, Diluc's always going to be used, because not only is he insanely powerful, he has huge amounts of burst damage, he also can use Gravestone. And Gravestone at R5 gives your entire team 170% more attack. Like, you can't compare to that. Like, Diluc is just so stacked in this game. Yes, this is going to make Child way better. He's still going to be better than Diluc.
Okay. Moving on. I think we've said all we need to say about that.
Updated with 2 brand new sets of artifacts: the cryo artifact set, Blizzard Strayer, as well as the hydro.
Do we even need to listen to them talk about it?
Depth. Everyone can check out the details in the descriptions here.
Oh yeah, I can see how these are gonna be pretty awesome for the cryo and hydro characters we have so far. And I like how the names of these new sets match their corresponding effects. Good names just makes everything in the game come together.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, just to clarify, because someone said what about Venti and like the sarcastic typing, but still, Venti is the gold standard for, or like the above bar gold standard for supports, not a DPS slot.
Crit rate against opponents affected by cryo.
I honestly don't think there's anything we need to listen to them talk about.
Yeah, just skip it.
You have other events waiting for us, right, Zach?
Yeah, definitely. Tevat is a large world, and plenty of other things will also be happening across the lands in version 1.2.
Real talk.
Let's start
for a sec. I just want to mention something about the Hydro set again.
Yep.
Real talk, guys. Like, for me personally, I don't run Child as like a basic attack comboer sort of thing. Like, I maybe do a single combo on him with vaporizing the initial hit for like that 7k crit plus a few extra hits, but I mostly use him as an ult bot vaporize burst support, because his vape ults are the strongest single target burst in the game. So like, I will personally probably be running a 2-piece hydro set, 2-piece noblesse to maximize his ult damage personally. That's what I'm going to be running on.
Yeah, I'll probably be using 2-piece noblesse, 2-piece hydro for fucking
Like, if you've ever seen
Mona.
me use my child comps, like, I run him like I would a Mona, but I don't have a Mona on my main account, and I just run him as my Bennett pops ult on something. Maybe I pop a Jinyan ult as well or something. Child pops ult and hits 60k.
Mona's
like
definitely not going to want to run the 4-piece unless for some reason you're running Mona as a auto attack carry or a charge attack carry. But most people run Mona as a pop ult swap. Just do big damage.
The issue is, her issue with like being an auto carry is her basic combo sucks, and without constellations, her charge access sucks. And even with constellations, like C6 looks really powerful, but when you actually calculate the amount of damage, the DPS you do with it, because you have to be like sprinting for so long and then pop ult, and then you have, you know, stamina issues, it's actually not super great DPS, even if you're vaporizing those big juicy charge attacks, right? It's good burst, but it's not great DPS because of all the downtime you have. So that's why I constantly say Mona's supposed to be a burst support. Build her as a burst support. Maximize her ult damage rotation, that 4-second damage buff plus vaporizing her ult, right? Because like her basic attacks simply aren't that good. She's not Klee. She doesn't have Klee level like motion values or damage percents on her attack.
The Hydro, there's somebody said the Hydro artifact. It actually does match Child's outfit.
Oh, kind of, yeah. Yeah, it's got kind of the pirate thing going on, sort of.
No, okay.
In version 1.2. Let's start with an event for travelers looking for a real challenge. The Hypostatic Symphony.
Ooh, sounds musical.
Boy.
In the Hypostatic Symphony event, travelers will find themselves facing off with hypostases that have some special abilities compared to the ones.
Okay, we now have an
in the
official.
wild.
Hold on, this is really important. We now have an official pronunciation of multiple hypostasis.
Hypostases.
So we now have hypostases. This is important. Write it down.
Hypostasi?
I need you to all write this down. The official pronunciation of multiple hypostasis is hypostases.
I don't know, dude. I'm kind of hypostasis about the pronunciation.
More importantly, travelers will be able to select
end
the
this
difficulty and conditions for the challenge. By choosing to take on a harder difficulty and more demanding conditions, travelers will have a chance at receiving more bountiful rewards.
Okay, not quite the musical I imagined, but fighting hypostases is always fun.
But if taking on hardcore challenges is not your style, we'll also have something a little more relaxing called Lost Riches.
Wait, hold on. Did I just see like a Sealy following the traveler? Am I being replaced?
Yep.
I want to
Get
pet.
fucked.
Yeah, no.
Get fucked, Paimon. You've been replaced.
Never do that. In this event, travelers will partner.
Why did his
up with a
voice
little
gain like
Sealy
10
and search
decibels
for
of gain?
treasure.
What the
Right.
fuck?
I mean, I
He
hope
leaned into
I'm
his
not
mic,
being
probably.
replaced, but I do love the Sealies. They're really cute.
Yeah. No, you're not being replaced, but the
Don't
little
really
Sealies are
give them
really
18
cute.
months.
In this event, the Sealy will indicate whenever you are getting close to nearby treasure. After successfully locating the treasure, travelers will receive some special iron coins, which can then be exchanged in the shop.
Okay, that sounds really cool, but once we get the Sealy, do we get... I wish we could keep it. Do we get to keep it?
Well,
Pause, champ.
your wish has been granted.
Pause, champ.
After collecting enough iron coins, you can exchange them to add the Sealy to your inventory.
No way.
Yup. Then you can just equip the Sealy and it will accompany you on all your future adventures.
Aw, that's so
Yeet.
awesome! If I get a Sealy, I don't think I
want a
will ever
pink
be able to
pet.
play without it.
I want a
I
pink
want a
pet.
pink
Yeah,
pet.
same.
I want a
So
pink
travelers
pet.
should
I want a
remember
pink
that
pet.
special areas will unlock when hunting for treasure. All you'll need to do is check the map to find each area's location. This'll definitely be a great event for exploring more of the game's open world as well.
Okay, this might just be my favorite part of version 1.2 so far.
And last but not least, we have a returning favorite with a bit of a new spin. You might remember him by his unique sense of fashion and unorthodox business style.
Wait. Is it the crazy traveling merchant guy?
You got it.
Ah, yes! I love that guy! It's Leavin!
Yeet.
Yep, and
Pompadour
he's
Squad.
back again. But this time around, he's gonna be changing things up a bit.
Pomp
Oh, this
Squad.
should be interesting.
So, for marvelous merchandise in
Where's he
version
from?
1.2,
Is he from Inazuma?
travelers will now be able to find
Oh, he's
Leavin
a
while
Leeway
visiting
merchant.
other players' worlds.
Ooh.
Everyone will have different rewards available at random from Lieben each day. So if you're interested in what Lieben is offering in someone else's world, you should be sure to pay him a visit there.
Oh, that's an interesting twist. I can't wait to see what
Yeet.
rewards I'll be trading for this time.
All right,
Aight,
and
Tuner.
that's it event-wise. So, Karina,
Are you gonna
why don't
are you
take us
gonna
through
are you
some
gonna
final
goblin my
features
world?
and optimizations
Yes.
travelers can expect to see in
If
version
it's better.
1.2?
You got it! In addition to all the exciting new events and content we've introduced today, which has already been a lot, version 1.2
No, friend,
will
go
also
to our
feature a
Discord
variety of
server, the
optimizations
Marvelous
to
Nest, and go
improve
meet
the overall
people.
gameplay experience.
Awesome. Let's hear some details.
Improvements
tired.
have been
Oh.
made to various features, including
There's
the
an
in-game
in-game
chat,
chat.
the photo-taking system, domain drop collection, and character ascension.
Sounds like they've made a lot of improvements to
Wait. Does this mean that you don't have to pick up every fucking thing now? You just all goes into your inventory? Wow.
Yes, that-
Neat.
yes.
Wow.
parts of the
Neat.
game.
Yup.
Yes.
So let's go through each of these improvements one by one and see what's waiting for us in 1.2.
Okay, ready when you are.
Travelers will be able to set custom names for their friends via the friend screen.
Oh, nice.
Tuna is Noelson,
I'll finally be
Haika
able
is
to
Master
remember the
Shitter.
names of the people I'm playing
Jinx
with.
is little bitch.
And
Yeah,
Karina will be
little
able to give
bitch.
her friends ugly nicknames.
You're so cheeky. You deserve an ugly nickname.
There it is.
Also, travelers will now be able to
Emotes.
chat directly with their friends via the main game screen, even outside of co-op mode.
Nice. So I'll be able to chat with my friends when I'm working on my single-player quests?
That's right. Please don't spam me with messages, though.
I can't promise anything.
My
Alright,
little
next
pog
we have
champ,
a new
my
gadget
little
coming
pog
for
champ.
version 1.2.
Ooh.
It's called the
Camera.
Why is it a camera with a K?
Travelers can equip it to be able to
Because
snap
it can't be
photos
a
at the press of a
normal
button.
camera. It's
Also,
a fantasy
the classic
setting.
photo-taking system
Are we gonna be able
under
to
the
take
timer
pictures
menu
of
will
Ganyu's
support
butt?
New options for character
Always.
expressions, as well as improved
Oh, wait,
camera
you can
movement
actually
features.
see his belly
So
button?
now it should be easier for
What the fuck?
Lewd.
I've never played the male MC. You can
Same.
actually see his belly button?
Lewd.
Chat, that's too much power.
travelers to capture all their
See, this is
favorite
how you know the
adventuring
man is
moments.
tough. He's not afraid to
Sweet.
expose
I
his
can't wait
vital
to try that
organs.
out on Dragonspine.
That's how
Yeah,
confident
just
he
be
is in his
sure
combat
to
skills.
not get frozen while posing in the cold, okay?
Again, I can't promise anything.
And next we have an improvement that travelers have already been requesting for some time now.
Yeah,
Ooh,
yeet.
goody.
Starting in version 1.2, drop domain rewards like materials and artifacts will be directly added to your inventory.
Nice. So we won't have to spend time picking up each of the dropped rewards anymore?
Exactly.
Or missing
Everything will be
one.
automatically collected for our travelers now.
Oh, that is
Yeah,
so much more
yeet.
convenient.
Oh, I know, right? And our next improvement is also a convenient one for domains. After completing a domain, travelers may now directly choose to challenge that particular domain again.
Oh, wow.
Yes. That'll also be
Neat.
a real time saver.
And finally, we have a couple of important updates in 1.2 regarding character ascension. First off, travelers will now receive one acquaint fate each time they ascend their characters at level 20, level 50, and level 70.
I'll
To
never
be clear,
say
the
no
70
to more
isn't
acquaint
worth it for
fate.
the fate.
Also,
Yeah,
travelers
not
will
worth
now
it.
be
Especially if you have to
able set any
ascend from
particular-
like into 80, 90. Because that's what it means, isn't it?
Yeah, actually, I will go ahead and say probably at some point I'm gonna make a quick video talking about the actual resource cost of hitting 70
characters
to show
ascension
To
why
70,
it's
80.
worth it for the
directly
things.
from
Yeah, to
the
70,
main
80.
character screen.
Ah,
Like, I'm
so
gonna
now it'll be easier
Do a
to check
quick
which
little bit at
materials
some
we
point
need to
talking
start
about that
collecting.
resource.
Precisely.
Like 50,
This will be
I'd
really
possibly worth
handy
it.
whenever you get
20,
a new character
definitely
and you
worth
have to
it,
keep
but
checking which materials
70,
you need
nah.
to look for.
Great. I look forward to checking out all of these in game.
Yep, me too. So that does it for the optimizations that are coming in version 1.2. All right, goodies inbound in 3, 2, 1.
Oh my god.
Skip.
That's of everything we have for our first official sneak peek at version 1.2. What do you think, Karina? Did you have fun doing the stream together?
Yes, I kind of hope that they invite us back again to do more streams in the future because I had so much fun.
I feel like
know,
that's
right?
it.
Me too. And honestly, it looks like they're adding so much new content to the game. I'm sure they'll have us back for more soon. I can't wait to start hiking on Dragonspine.
Yeah, we all know that you're just gonna be frozen out there.
That's
Thanks
it.
so much,
That's
all of our travelers.
it. Okay, we're done.
Yeah.
The less time I have to listen, the better. I gotta place a stream marker. We know where it is now. Okay.